Hello and welcome to Tune In to Wellness Today. My name is LisaMarie Tersigni. I am the founder and owner of a company called Inspiring Wellness Solutions. I'm also the founder and host of today's show, Tune In to Wellness Today. Tune In to Wellness Today was derived from my idea to bring to you, the community, an opportunity to learn about many holistic modalities, services, and the products available to you in the capital region and surrounding areas, as well as to meet the providers that offer those services. Today, I'm glad to say we have 3 guests here. They'll be speaking about their modalities and services. My first guest is Dr. Kerstin Medwin from Medwin Chiropractic, located on Everett Road in Albany. Dr. Medwin attended school in England at the Anglo-European College of Chiropractic and finished her studies at New York College of Chiropractic here in New York. She's been practicing chiropractic care now for over 10 years. Dr. Medwin is also the founder of an organization called Albany Total Wellness, which is a holistic practice of practitioners. Today, Dr. Medwin will speak to us about chiropractic, the adjustment, and how it helps to benefit our overall health and wellness. So welcome, Dr. Medwin.
Thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. I was asking you today to speak a little bit about the adjustment. I understand that's the primary function that a chiropractor does, is takes the spine, adjusts the spine, correcting subluxations. Is that right?
Correct.
Spinal subluxations?
Yes.
Can you tell me and all of us a little bit about what that means and then how you go about doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. So when a patient comes into the office, what we do is we assess them, we look at their posture, I use my hands a lot as my tools, so I feel their spine and we can tell where the subluxations are lying, or these misalignments of the spinal joints. So by assessing that, then I can use a gentle impulse into the spine. It corrects the subluxation. There's a lot of fear around it typically, but it can be very gentle and a very pleasant experience, and actually just be very releasing. And it actually helps to strengthen the nervous system, and it helps the nervous system function. It calms the nervous system. So there's a lot of positive benefits to making sure that you're out of pain, and not only out of pain, but there's also a wellness aspect to it as well.
So when you do an adjustment then on someone, is it like a bone when you're saying? Are you aligning a bone?
Yes, there's the facet joints of the spine, and your body, you have them all along the spine at each level, and I can assess which ones are kind of rotated or if they're out of position, and then that's where I apply my specific gentle force, and very gently that gets that moving and restores the motion, which can alleviate a lot of pain and nervous system dysfunction.
Oh, that's wonderful. So almost like a gentle but firm pressure,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Is that how you
absolutely.
would explain that?
For different people, you go to their comfort level. We also have instrumentation that we can use that's gentler as well. So a lot of chiropractors do different modalities to kind of help with that. But yeah, you can go to comfort level, but it gets it moving better.
That's fabulous. Now, a lot of people see a chiropractor when they have an issue.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
They're in pain,
Yes.
something's out of sorts.
Yes.
What are some of the benefits of seeking care from you?
So there's not only is there the physical benefit of getting out of pain and restoring that motion, and if someone's been in an accident or if someone's pulled their back, but there's also, it goes a little bit deeper than that. It's sometimes not just about the bones. It could be helping people with their headaches, or I have a lot of pregnant women that come in that want help with delivery and making sure that their baby has the most space that it can for the delivery and labor process. So not only are you affecting pain, but you can also help restore people's optimum health and actually help them to just feel better generally.
So then it can be used as a preventative care.
Correct.
Then,
yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Ideally.
Okay. So some people suffer horribly, like from respiratory
Yes.
challenges,
Yes.
asthma as an example.
Yes.
We can use chiropractic care to alleviate that? Then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So not only are you affecting the autonomic nervous system, or the part of the nervous system that affects those organs by doing the adjustment where the nerves come out of the spine, but also you could help with, say, like a breathing problem with rib function and mobility of the rib cage, and maybe helping to relax some of the muscles to make it easier to breathe.
That is wonderful. So covertly, you're actually helping people with attitude too, because when we're
Yes.
in pain, we're not presenting our best selves.
Absolutely. Pain affects everything, and it affects your relationships, it affects how you feel about yourself. And for me, it would be ideal if my patients, you know, optimally felt the best they could be, so they could be the best people and in their relationships and for their family.
Of course. Now, we have many chiropractors.
Yes, yeah.
What makes your practice, Medwin Chiropractic, a little bit different than someone else's?
Absolutely. Well, I think for one thing, you know, we all bring a little bit different compassion and maybe our sense of touch to a situation and how we interact with our patients. I feel being a woman has one thing. I tend to have a lot of women in my practice, so I kind of deal with that type of personality and people. But also the fact that we're in the wellness center, I think that is something that makes it very, very complementary, because we have the massage, we have acupuncture, we have holistic nutrition, we have Feldenkrais. So there's these other modalities that we work with, and I feel like the healing is just so much faster because we have these other things that we can turn to and kind of talk about the cases together.
So you work a little bit like in a collaborative with your other practitioners in your office.
Yes.
Albany Total Wellness is having a health fair May 28th.
Yes.
Would you like to tell everyone a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're having our open house. It's from 6 to 8 on the 28th of May, and it's going to be really exciting. This is our second one we've done, and last year was so much fun. It's just a chance for our patients to come, or people who want to check out our services that aren't our patients. They can meet the different practitioners that are at our office, but also we have some other community members, the co-op and other places are going to be there with tables set up, so people can have little mini treatments, have some food, and really get a chance to just maybe have some one-on-one time and get their questions answered.
That is absolutely wonderful, and that is 130 Everett Road?
Correct. Yes.
Now, I understand you just moved your practice, or added a practice to Saratoga?
Yes.
Where in Saratoga is that?
It's right on Broadway. It is in the Arcade Building, so we just are starting Saratoga Chiropractic as a branch, and I have Dr. Jacqueline Purcell just joined me, and so she's a friend and colleague of mine that's just moved back to the area. So we're really excited to get that started. We're just in the beginning stages of that.
That is very exciting. Tell me, please, you've already given me quite a few, but if you can, give me a few more benefits of chiropractic care. If I were to come in and treat with you, tell me what I might receive from that treatment, in addition to pain relief.
Yeah, I think a lot of times it gives people a minute to check in with themselves. I feel like my mission is to really have people be taking a look at their lifestyle, and so it may be decreasing stress by having them come in and just take time for themselves, and maybe needing some advice on things they can do to change their lifestyle so that they live optimally.
That is fabulous. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you so much
Medwin,
for having me
being
here. I really appreciate it.
Really wonderful work that you're doing. If you would like more information on Dr. Medwin, please go to her website at medwinchiropractic.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our second guest is Jack Treiber from Energy, Health, and Healing. He's located in Saratoga in Clifton Park. Jack has been doing energy work for over 20 years with advanced and powerful energy techniques. He has been in the energy field his entire life, first as an engineer working in the commercial field of energy, and now more from a subtle, personal, and energy dealing with the human body. Welcome, Jack.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
Doing fine, thank you. How are you?
Great to have you here.
Great to be here, thank you.
So you are an energy advisor.
Right.
Is that correct? Tell us how you work with a patient or a client. For example, if I were to come into you with some issues that I might have, how do you assess me to know which type of energy field, because you're working with an integrated type of energy field, is that correct?
Right, I'm working with very holistically with the person's energy field in total. When I first meet with people, I like to know what concerns they have to help me see what priority I should give to working on them. But when I work with people, I'm always assessing in real time what's presenting itself in terms of their energy system. I'm looking for organs that are out of balance, either too weak or have too much energy or too strong. I'm looking for the chakras, the energy centers in the body. Are they frozen? Are they connected properly? I'm looking for things that are out of balance energetically. I'm looking for emotional stresses that could be contributing to their health issues. So I'm focusing on their entire system, the issues they're actually telling me they're concerned about, but also their entire energy system as well.
And how do you do that? I mean, how do you actually do this assessment?
Well, through some training, experience, and good fortune, I've become kind of acutely sensitive to energy. So when I tune into somebody and I'm in their field, I'm looking at them, and I may have my hands in their field, with intent, I kind of ask questions, and I feel the answers. I can feel the condition of each of the organs. I can feel the condition of the chakras, even individual acupressure points. Is this stomach point too strong or too weak compared to this one? So I'm looking in detail at all the components of their energy system, and I can basically feel it. And if I can feel it, I can effectuate changes and rebalancing and clearing of the energy.
That is wonderful. I am what they call an intuit or an intuitive, and when I lay hands on people, I can see medical concerns that they have as well as emotional. It sounds as though you're doing something very similar when you're going into their energy field. Is that correct?
That is true, yes, pretty much like that.
Okay.
I have a sense of what's going on. I get information, I tune into them, and I can feel and determine the status of each of the components of their energy system, and therefore it kind of guides me as to what would be helpful, what would help them feel better physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually even.
It's wonderful. And you use forms like Aboriginal forms and shamanic forms of energy modalities. Is that part of it? And am I understanding this correctly, that you're a conduit to the energy that is coming from another source, like a spiritual source? Would that be how you would say that?
Well, I do feel I'm connected to other things besides just me. And I'm using techniques such as energy medicine, energy psychology, matrix energetics, healing code, body code, shamanic Aboriginal techniques. But over the years, the more work I've done, I've gotten more and more sensitive to energy. So things have gotten to the point where I'm using my own techniques. There's no name to them,
Okay.
but based on what I'm feeling, I kind of combine techniques and develop my own ways to apply my own sensitivities to do some really deep healing.
What would you like people to know about your practice and how you work as an advisor?
Well, I guess I'd like people to know that they can feel better. No matter whether they've tried a lot of things and haven't had good results or good enough results, energy work can really be helpful sometimes where other things have not. In terms of helping them feel better physically, but also emotionally and psychologically. So many of our health issues are either caused by or exacerbated by our emotional stresses. So a lot of the work involves kind of de-stressing and kind of clearing the issues that have been pressing on people, weighing on them, which are contributing to their physical symptoms.
You have been doing this for approximately 20 years.
That's
correct?
right. Mm-hmm.
Is there a common result or a common feeling that your clients feel or express that they feel after a treatment?
That's very interesting. I've noticed over the years that I've had a whole cross-section of clients that the common expression I hear most often at the end of a session is, I feel lighter. I feel lighter. And they haven't lost weight in the hour, but a burden has been lifted from them. That makes me feel really good. And we're talking about men, women, young people, not so young people, thin people, not so thin people, and they feel lighter. So in addition to the kind of the relaxation and calming aspect, which are side effects of the targeted therapeutic work that I do, the fact that people's burdens have been lifted a bit, I think says a lot about how deep the work is and how helpful it can be to people.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing that you're doing.
Thank
Can
you.
you give all of us a few more benefits that people might receive? Is pain reduction one of the benefits someone might receive?
Absolutely. People do come in with all kinds of issues. So certainly pain reduction, pain management, anxiety and stress is a huge issue in this world. And so a lot of people come in with that, often as part of other issues. Also, people come in with very weak immune systems. They're getting sick and impacted by things that if their immune system were stronger, they could maybe fight against. So in addition to balancing the whole system, I make sure that when they leave, their immune system is as strong as possible. So chronic conditions, basically anything that isn't right within the body, whatever isn't feeling right physically or emotionally, represents an energy imbalance by definition. If something isn't quite right, there's an energy imbalance. So the energy work I do is very holistic and comprehensive, and I try to help people with whatever is going on. And energetically, often the results are really good.
One more question for you.
Sure.
Before we wrap up. Do you have a customized program for your clients then? For example, someone might need more care than someone else. I mean, someone might receive great relief after one treatment. Someone might need several treatments. Would that be fair to say?
Sure. It's hard to predict what it will take. Normally, conditions that have been around longer or more entrenched might need more time to effectuate improvements. And typically the body can be resistant, even subconsciously resistant to change, even positive change. So sometimes we take 2 steps forward, a half a step back, another few steps forward. But over time, virtually everybody's going to be feeling better, because as your energy system is put into balance, by definition, you're going to feel better.
And I fibbed. I have one more question for you.
Okay, that's fine.
You were an engineer for
Right.
many years. What made you switch from that line of work to healing work?
Well, I've always been interested in the mind and the body and kind of spiritual things and exercise. And I was taking Tai Chi during lunch hours in Albany. And after a few months of doing Tai Chi, which I thought was a physical exercise, I began to feel energy and realized Tai Chi is an energy exercise. So once I could feel energy and it was palpable and real, the engineer in me said, what can I do with this? I could learn how to use Chi for fighting. And I was already taking Taekwondo with my son. I had enough of that. How about energy for healing? So I began studying Chinese Qi healing and on from there. So even while I was working as an engineer, I began studying and doing energy work informally. Then when I retired from my first career, I began doing this for the last 11 years.
It's beautiful, and I'm glad you said that, because the engineers that come to my practice, for my energy practice, I'm also a holistic health counselor, but they often come in just to test it, because it's a hard concept for them to believe. They come in just to see about this energy flow. So it's really wonderful when they're done with the treatment so that they can see the shift in energy and see how well they feel. You know, the very cognitive thought process, typically. It's hard for them to grasp another concept. I really love what you're doing, and I really greatly appreciate you doing this for all the people and helping them heal. It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you very much.
If you would like more information on Jack, check out his website. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Our third guest today is the lovely Stephanie Golinski. Stephanie is a licensed massage therapist who specializes in lymphatic massage. She graduated from the Center of Natural Wellness School of Massage Therapy in Albany, New York. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So glad you could be here with us
too.
Today. Lymphatic massage. Our lymphatic system is so very crucial
Very, very
to our
vital.
overall health.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about this. As far as specializing in lymphatic massage, you needed special training.
Correct.
Tell me, what kind of extra training did you need to take?
Well, during the 14 months of massage schooling that I took, I also took lymphatics on the side. It's about, there's upper, lower, head, neck, and face, breast. There's all different there's many different classes that you can take. And they're usually about 2 days long, like 9 hours. So yeah, it just depends on, you can either do like just detox lymphatics, which is just one type, but I like to do I want to do it all. So
you want to do it all. That's
Yeah.
great. Now, lymphatic massage is a drainage process.
Correct.
It's helping our lymphs to drain.
Yes.
Educate us all about that, what
Okay.
that process is and what you're actually doing, okay?
Okay, sure. So lymphatics is a very gentle massage. And you start with priming the pump, which is up here. You would start with that.
Okay.
And you would do that for about 5 minutes. And then say you had a wrist injury.
Okay.
I would start, like say it's like right here, I would start and I would move very, very gently, consistently, and I would go to your inguinal areas. I'd bring it here, and then I would bring it up to your axillary area, which is another inguinal area, and then I would go back and I would do the priming of the pump again. And that would take maybe about, 15, 20 minutes to a half an hour just on that one little spot, not very long, super gentle. And that will break up the edema. And the reasoning for the light touch is you don't want to go deep into the muscle because then you're not getting the fluid.
Okay.
You're going past the fluid. So you have to go very gentle and you break up the edema and all of that stuff, all the toxins, you actually just pee them out.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you advise your clients then to drink a lot of water after a treatment?
Lots of water.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I understand that this type of massage can be good for sports injuries as well as edema.
Yeah.
What other, who else would want to use this type of massage?
Everybody and anybody.
Okay.
Even my clients that are the healthiest to the sickest come to me and get lymphatic drainage. If you have, like you said, sports injuries, pre and post operative surgeries, breast cancer patients, any kind of cancer patients, if you just want a natural detoxification, you just come to me and that.
And when we detox,
yes,
we're building up a stronger immune system.
Correct.
So,
and lymphatics is definitely a way to increase your immune system.
Okay. That's great. Scar tissue?
Yeah, scar tissue also very good. Because there's lots of edema in the scar tissue, and by draining all of that, it actually will close the scar. So therefore, in time, you'll have little to no scar.
That is fascinating. I know that, and I want everyone to know here that I have a stage 4 cancer client who I referred to you for scar tissue that he has as a result of numerous surgeries, who has done remarkably well with your lymphatic massage techniques as far as relieving him of the excruciating pain he is in. So thank you very much.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yes.
You spoke about pre and post operative. I understand, please correct me if I'm wrong, post operative patient who receives lymphatic massage can increase, or I should say reduce, their healing rate by 60%?
Absolutely. And in fact, as soon as the surgeon is done with the very last stitch, I can literally start working on you because it is that gentle. And it, normal time without having lymphatics done, you heal in 6 to 10 weeks with medication because the edema, the swelling causes pain, therefore you need that medication. But with lymphatics, you can start right away. It's 2 to 4 weeks you heal. You don't need any prescription medication because that edema goes away the very first time. Therefore, there is no pain because there is no swelling.
So another benefit is no unnecessary pharmaceuticals.
Right.
Which is a huge benefit.
Huge, because they're addicting and that's not great. So you don't need that. You don't even need them at all. So
that is amazing. What drew you to that? What spoke to you to go on and educate yourself specifically in lymphatic massage?
Well, there is a man who teaches at CNW, Center of Natural Wellness School of Massage Therapy.
You said that so much better than I did, Stephanie. Go ahead.
His name is Dale Perry. He is my mentor. I absolutely adore this man. I went to school one day and I had fallen down steps and I had this huge bruise on my arm and I could not massage. And so he took me aside. We had 5 minutes before the class started. He took me aside. He did lymphatics on me. And at that time, I was still I was a new student, so I didn't really know much about lymphatics. And he did this on me, and I was like, that was amazing. And within 20 minutes, I had no more pain. My arm was covered in a bruise. There was no more pain. The bruising was gone within 3 days, and I was able to continue massaging. And that's when I was like, this is special. I need to get on board with this.
That is extremely special.
Yeah.
I wish more people knew about it, which I'm glad you're able now to speak to more people about that. So who can benefit then? It sounds like everyone can benefit
Everybody
from this.
can benefit from this. I mean, you don't have to be sick to benefit from this, because you, myself, who are very healthy, have toxins in us. And by me doing the lymphatic detoxification massage, I can just get rid of all of those toxins, and therefore your immune system is boosted. You feel you have more energy. You're happy. You feel light, like Jack had mentioned.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so very much for doing this.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was
This
special
wonderful.
training, and you took the initiative to take that training on. I really greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
So if you would like more information on Stephanie and the work she does, you can email her at nicetobeneeded518.com. Thank you for watching another episode of Tune Into Wellness today. I do hope you found my guests to be informative and inspirational, and I encourage you to reach out to each one of them with any questions you may have about their services or modalities. I also encourage you to reach out to me, LisaMarie, at Inspiring Wellness Solutions with any questions you may have. Help me to help you be well. Until next time, be well, be happy, and be alive. Thank you.